Okay, so I saw this cool video not too long ago how to restore milky looking headlights, and as you can tell here on this Xterra, it's a really new car. It's really milky looking and cloudy. I was driving the other night, 2 hours at night in the snow, and man, I could not see anything. I came out and started cleaning this up, and apparently all the cars manufacturers, they do these reflectors in front, these lights, and they put a coat or two of specific clear coat, I guess, and that coat gets deteriorated over the time if the car sits outside quite a bit. So someone said between 6 and 8 months, depends where you park this car in the sun, maybe Arizona or somewhere in Florida, you can kill these clear reflectors very quickly. There's a way to restore it, and I use a acetone, some Windex or some sort of a glass cleaner, and then lastly clear coat, or you don't have to use a clear coat, but this is very important part. It's 600 or 800 grit sandpaper. When I saw this first, I was a little skeptic. Put the sandpaper on the plastic. I mean, what's going to do? It's going to actually take out this clear coat, and it's going to make it even worse looking at first. But then later on, you hit it with a clear coat, any kind of clear coat, or even acetone, and it's going to just slide this whole coat off, or it will basically melt it. Chemical reaction, I guess, and it would just come off, and it's going to be very clear, and it's good for another 8 months or so or more. So anyway, what I did first, I just cleared this really nicely with the Windex, and you can tell it's actually coming out pretty nice for a second, but then this coating just doesn't last long, and it just gets back into this cloudy finish. It looks actually good. There's some spots here kind of bubbly inside, but I was going to spend $160 and get a new lights, but I figured, this might work. So I saw this video, and so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wet this 600 or 800 sandpaper, and it's really fine. Don't use 150 or 200 grit, because it's probably going to do too much damage to the reflector, but the very fine grit like 600 or 800 works really well. And then basically work into this reflector. I'm gonna go just watch for the paint. Obviously you don't want to on the new car. I really don't care on this car much, but what I would do is put a probably masking tape all around it, and especially when you put the clear coat over it, because then you clear coat it over the paint. I want to do this little reflector as well, might as well. And this is the first time I'm doing this. If this doesn't work on my car, well, I was gonna save $170 or whatever it costs and get an LED new reflector, so we'll see. So what I'm doing now, I'm basically getting rid of this top coat, which comes out of manufacture, and somehow this top coat is either melted by the sun or just basically deteriorated, so it doesn't look original. Well, that looks pretty messy. But I'm gonna put a new, you could probably use a fiber, nice cloth. I'm gonna see if I can clean this off with the paper. Okay, so this is the finish I guess you're looking for, which will be even worse than before you start working on this. Wow, it looks worse than before for sure. I'm gonna hit this with a Windex and go more. Yeah, I'm contemplating on debating if I should use the first method and just after this put 2 or 3 coats of clear coat and be done with it, and it'll be good for about a year or more, because basically I'm applying new coat just like the factory does. Or one guy showed online, he didn't put a clear coat, he just hit it with acetone, wipe it off, and it was perfect for another 8 months or so. You just have to redo it, make a big wipe. But I think I'm gonna try it with the clear coat. I really like to get this done for longer than 8 months. Hopefully it will last longer. So, you know, what the heck, I can try one of these with and the other. Make sure it's dry, so I'm gonna use a little bit extra paper here. I'm working on this in 30-degree weather, so not sure how this clear coat is gonna stick, but hopefully it will. But boy, that is really milky. You can't tell. Well, this one hasn't been done. Looks more dirty than milky, but you can see the the chrome on the inside reflection much better than on here, which this one is basically very cloudy. All right, so I'm gonna try this. Any kind of perfect match clear coat, any clear coat protective will do the job. So just something you can pick up at the auto store or Home Depot or anything like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run like a 10 inches in front of it, and just in this sweeping motion from top to the bottom, and see how this works. Let's see, I gotta shake this pretty good. Oh yeah, yeah, that's gonna work good. All right, let's try this. Put the glasses on since I got one eye. Here we go. Oh my God, look at guys. This is amazing, isn't it? Look at this. Unbelievable. And this is only with one coat of clear coat. And you should really put 2 or 3. So wait about 10 minutes and put a second one. Maybe another 10 minutes, put a third one. Is this amazing? I mean, you know, you do this, I just save you $160, $200 on the new headlight. Well, this is a Nissan Xterra, so it needs a whole reflector, basically one piece. I don't believe I can replace just the light bulb. In some old cars, I guess you can just pop a new light bulb. But the problem is here is not the light bulb. The problem is the reflector face, the front, and that's where the problem is. So anyway, this video would be too long, so I'm not gonna do the second one. But I hope you learned something from that. And yeah, you want to make sure that you really use that. Which was it? Use that sandpaper really well and get everything nicely in circular motion. Just work around it. And like I said, I'm really not worried about my paint job here too much. But what I would suggest, and my car is locked up right now, so I don't want to run in the cows and get a key. But what I would suggest is open the hood up so you have out of the way, and maybe just tape it. This portion, these two side portions of it, put newspapers right here, cut out even really nicely, or put a tape around it and cover that. Another good trick is, well, 2 people have to have a couple cardboards, and one you keep it here, the other person keep it there, and just working on, over the cardboard. That way you don't overspray on your car. Actually, I overspray this plastic, and I might do this because it can turn out really good and shiny. So I might spray this clear coat on the plastic too. It looks like brand new. Can you believe it? Versus this one. So yeah, but anyway, if you do it like I do, make sure that you wipe this clear coat very quick out of the paint job. But anyway, this looks pretty good. So just to go back into this order either Windex. This is good advanced Windex, and clean it with either cloth or paper towel. Clean it really well first. And it's gonna look kind of clean for you at first, but then it's gonna get cloudy again. Then you use it. You can buy this anywhere. Really fine 3M or some other brand. 800 or 600 I would use. Sandpaper grit, so it's going to be very fine paper. Wet or dry is used, and then I suggest to spray it with water. At this point you can spray it with water or again Windex, because the reflector is clean, and then you just are working in a circular motion, the whole thing, top bottom, working really well. And then afterwards you got to wipe it really well, maybe with a towel first, and then use a towel again with the Windex and clean that really well. That's a very important part, to clean very well. I don't know if I cleaned that really well, but I'm gonna play with that. I'm gonna put another coat over, and then you spray it with the last one is the clear coat. I'm gonna do one more coat here. Here we go. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I did this a little too soon. Some bubbles, but hopefully they will go away. And again, I'm working in the very cold temperature. 30 degrees might be too cold for this, but I was excited to try this and see if this works. Hopefully it works for you. Thanks guys. See you later.